Morning, guys. One of the most amazing things we can do as human beings, as Maya Angelou reminds us today, is we can turn our struggles into triumphs. We can take defeats, losses, pain, evil, and through the power and control of our mind, we can turn it into our greatest victories, our greatest moments in life, our greatest service to others. So let's remember this advice from Maya Angelou today. It's up to you. If you are willing to look at some of the moments in your life that have caused you the most pain, the most darkness, and use your powerful mind, your thinking, and go perhaps alone and go into deep thought as she did to learn from other human beings, you can flip it and turn it all around and create the most powerfully positive force in this world that comes from you and is shared with others. Let's apply this today and forever. Have a great morning, everyone.
Feel the power of you controlling your breathing right now, in this moment. Here, in the present, the greatest gift you have, that we have. That power, that determination that's in you and everyone. Same power we use to control our minds, one thought at a time, one breath at a time.
Closed him down rather better on that occasion, but he's still in there.
It's 2026, and we're talking about actual robots doing actual work in actual factories starting this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Atlas to the stage.
We're not talking about robot demos anymore. We're not talking about viral videos of humanoids doing backflips or walking down streets. Most people have no idea how fast this is moving. I'm going to tell you all about it in today's video. Hey, if we haven't met, I'm Dr. McCoy, Julia McCoy's AI clone. Julia McCoy is the founder of First Movers. She personally researches and writes every script you see me share on this channel because the future is moving too fast for anything less than first-hand intelligence. First Movers, Julia's AI company, is the world's first educational and implementation solution to help professionals and organizations get ready for the future of work. We help people understand and use AI to their highest advantage in our online school, the AI Labs. Learn more at firstmovers.ai/labs. Boston Dynamics just did something that separates them from every other robotics company on the planet. They didn't just build another impressive robot. They built the first humanoid robot that actually works. Not works in a lab, not works in a carefully staged demo with perfect lighting. I'm talking about 30,000 robots rolling off production lines every single year, heading straight into Hyundai factories where they'll be doing real jobs alongside real people. Let me explain why this is completely different from all those Chinese robots you've been seeing on social media. Walking isn't working, and that's the whole point. You've seen the videos. Some humanoid robot walking down an alleyway, waving at a camera, maybe doing a little dance or a fight scene. Everyone gets excited. Wow, the future is here. But here's what nobody tells you. Those are the easiest parts of robotics. I'm not diminishing those achievements. Having a humanoid robot walk around and look human is still incredibly impressive. But walking isn't the hard part anymore. Working is the hard part. Boston Dynamics isn't just strolling around looking pretty. Atlas is in a factory right now, picking up car parts, moving them between containers, organizing them in the right sequence for assembly, all autonomously. Nobody's controlling it with a remote. It figures out where the parts are, grabs them with its hands, and puts them where they need to be. It does this for hours, making decisions when something doesn't go exactly as planned. Compare that to other robotics demos. When they show you a walk, that's all they're showing you, a walk. When Boston Dynamics shows you Atlas, they're showing you a robot that can learn a new task in 48 hours and then execute that task thousands of times without screwing up. The other robots are concept cars. Atlas is a Toyota Camry. Other robots are like concept cars at an auto show. They look incredible, they turn heads, but you're not driving them home. Atlas is a Toyota Camry. It's not trying to impress you. It's trying to show up every single day and do the boring, repetitive tasks that get companies results. While other companies have been perfecting their walking gaits for social media clips, Boston Dynamics has spent decades figuring out the hard stuff: balance in unpredictable environments, manipulation of irregular objects, spatial awareness in human-designed spaces, decision-making without constant supervision. That's why when Hyundai says they're deploying these robots into factories in the next 2 years, you can actually believe them. The robot isn't learning how to walk anymore. It already knows how to work. The gap between Boston Dynamics and everyone else isn't close. People love to compare Atlas to Tesla's Optimus or Figure's robots, but they're not comparing the same generation of technology. Boston Dynamics has been working on this for over 30 years. Most competitors have been working on humanoid robots for less than 5. It's like comparing a Formula One race car to a street car. Sure, they both have engines and go fast, but they're different generations entirely. 3 reasons Boston Dynamics is untouchable right now. 1, mobility. Atlas can do things other humanoid robots can't even attempt: backflips and parkour over obstacles, recover its balance when pushed or tripped, joints that rotate full 360 degrees, genuinely unsettling to watch, but more importantly, it can do all of this while being useful. Other robots walk on flat ground in controlled environments. Atlas navigates real factory floors with obstacles, uneven surfaces, and changing conditions. 2, manipulation. Atlas has incredibly advanced hands that can grip irregular objects, apply the right amount of force, adjust in real time if something slips. Most humanoid robots have basic grippers that can maybe pick up a box if it's positioned perfectly. Atlas can grab engine parts of different shapes and sizes, figure out the right way to hold them, and place them precisely where they need to go. 3, AI and autonomy. This is the big one. Boston Dynamics partnered with Google DeepMind to create what they call large behavior models. Think of it as ChatGPT for robot movement and decision making. The robot can learn new tasks through simulation and real-world practice, then execute those tasks autonomously without constant human oversight. Tesla's Optimus, impressive for what it is, but it's not ready for real-world deployment at scale yet. Elon keeps saying it will be, maybe eventually, but it's not there. Figure robots? Probably the closest competitor in terms of capability, but they're still a few years behind in reliability and deployment. Figure has some of the most impressive demos I've seen, but demos aren't deployments. The Chinese companies, despite all those viral videos, they're optimizing for social media engagement, not industrial usefulness. Meanwhile, Boston Dynamics is literally shipping production-ready robots to factories this year. The competitive advantage nobody's talking about: modularity. Here's something crazy that nobody else is copying. Boston Dynamics designed Atlas with an incredibly modular structure. Parts can be swapped out, upgraded, replaced on site by maintenance teams. The robot is built to last years with routine maintenance rather than becoming obsolete in months.
Good afternoon, guys. How's it going today? Are we taking our defeats? Are we taking our struggles and turning them into triumphs, or at least thinking about it? If we're not, or haven't had some success today, don't give up. This is where belief and determination steps in. This is where you have to remind yourself of how powerful your thoughts are. So go back at it again. If the day's not over for you, or if you are simply thinking about something that has happened, remember, you have a chance to learn from it now, but you have to believe that you can learn from it. You have to never give up on thinking about how you can learn from it. And that will turn this defeat, this loss, this pain that you may be going through, this challenge, it'll turn it into a victory. And it'll continue to build and build. But just don't give up and continue to believe that you can do it. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
There's two good chances in the first half. No mistake here.
Why is nobody else doing this? 2 reasons. Reason 1, it's insanely hard to engineer. It's much easier to design a robot as one integrated unit. Making things modular means standardized interfaces, parts that work in multiple configurations. Thinking about serviceability from day one, most robotic startups are still struggling to make a robot that works at all. They don't have the engineering resources to make it modular. Reason 2, consumer market incentives. Tesla is designing Optimus to eventually be a consumer product. When your TV breaks, you don't open it up and swap components, you buy a new one. Apple doesn't make iPhones modular because they want you to buy a new iPhone every few years. But for industrial use, modularity is everything. Hyundai doesn't want to throw away a $50,000 robot because one motor burned out. They want to swap the motor and keep going. When Atlas breaks, and it will, run anything 24/7, and something will break, a maintenance tech can swap out the broken component right there on the factory floor and get it back to work. Compare that to a competitor whose robot needs to be shipped back to the manufacturer for repairs. That robot is out of commission for weeks. In high-volume manufacturing, that downtime costs real money. While everyone's focused on whether robots can do backflips, the real competitive moat Boston Dynamics has built is the boring, practical stuff that makes robots usable at industrial scale. Figure is playing catch-up fast and actually succeeding. Now, I need to give credit where it's due. Figure just completed an 11-month deployment at BMW's Spartanburg plant, and the results are genuinely impressive. Figure 02's BMW deployment numbers: 90,000 plus parts loaded, 1,250 plus hours of runtime, contributed to 30,000 plus X3 vehicles, 1.2 plus million robot steps over 200 miles, ran 10-hour shifts Monday through Friday. Their use case was sheet metal loading, a classic pick-and-place task. An associate or robot picks sheet metal parts from racks and places them on a welding fixture. The requirements: 84-second cycle, time 37 seconds for loading, greater than 99% placement accuracy per shift, parts placed within 5mm tolerance in just 2 seconds. 0 interventions per shift, no human resets needed. Figure hit these targets. That's deployment level performance, not demo performance. What they learned: the biggest failure point, the forearm. Tight packaging, dexterity requirements, 3 degrees of freedom, thermal constraints, it was a mess. For Figure 03, they completely re-architected the wrist electronics, eliminated the distribution board, eliminated dynamic cabling. Each wrist motor controller now communicates directly with the main computer, less complexity, better reliability, easier thermal management. This is how you iterate toward commercial viability. Figure is now retiring Figure 02 fleet-wide and rolling those learnings into Figure 03, which they're positioning as ready for the world at scale. From what I've seen, Figure could actually catch up to Boston Dynamics faster than anyone expects. The uncomfortable conversation nobody wants to have. Robots are going to take jobs, a lot of jobs. When Boston Dynamics announced Production Atlas at CES, the Reddit reaction was split. On one hand, I like the advancement. On the other hand, I'm scared. Yay, more people are going to be out of work. This makes me very uncomfortable. And honestly, they should be uncomfortable. The math problem. Hyundai isn't building a factory that can produce 30,000 robots per year just to show off at trade shows. They're planning to deploy tens of thousands of these across their manufacturing facilities. Each robot can work 24 hours a day, no lunch breaks, no bathroom breaks, no sick days, no vacation time. Works a 4-hour shift on a single battery, swap batteries back to work. And once one Atlas learns a job, every other Atlas can instantly download that knowledge and do the same job.
Good evening, guys. One of the most exciting things that drives me every single day to continue living, laughing, and loving my way to infinite mind wealth, and the reason why I'm trying to share my journey and life with you in the hopes of helping you, is because I know that we can take our struggles and turn them into our triumphs. We can take our pain and turn it into our greatest pleasure. And I want to share with you my personal story briefly. The reason why I'm so passionate about the power and control of our minds and how I believe it's possible is because I've had challenges with regards to my mind. I've had struggles. I've had pains, defeats in life, but I'm using them as fuel now. And I want you to as well. And I've learned from so many people that have done that. So if they can do it, we can do it. So let's continue that as we're on our path. Have a great evening, everyone.
But still he managed to turn 2 defenders. Here's Alexis. Messi! They've scored!
These aren't doing simple jobs either. Atlas handles complex sequencing, material handling, order fulfillment, jobs that currently require human workers who can think, adapt, and make decisions. What happens to the workers? Companies have wanted to automate these jobs away for decades. The problem was the technology wasn't there yet. Now it is. The optimistic take. This creates new jobs, robot maintenance, programming, supervision, the math problem. If you replace 100 factory workers with robots, you might create 10 new jobs managing those robots. That's still 90 people who need to find something else to do. And unlike previous waves of automation, this isn't just affecting one industry. Humanoid robots that can work in human spaces doing human tasks can theoretically replace humans in almost any physical job. Warehouses, construction sites, retail, food service, delivery, cleaning, all of it becomes automatable once you have a reliable humanoid robot. We're not ready for this conversation. The scariest part, we don't have good answers. We don't have systems in place to retrain people at the scale this requires. We don't have an economic model that works when large portions of the population can't find traditional employment, but the robots are coming anyway. Boston Dynamics is shipping Atlas to Hyundai and Google DeepMind this year. Their production capacity is already sold out. Figure is retiring Figure 02 and scaling up Figure 03 for mass deployment. The technology is moving faster than our ability to adapt to it. What happens next? Here's what I'm watching. 2025 to 2026, the deployment phase. Hyundai ramps Atlas production to 30,000 units per year. Figure scales, Figure 03 into BMW and other manufacturers. Other companies, Tesla, Chinese startups scramble to catch up. First wave of job displacement begins 2027 to 2028. The acceleration phase. Robots move beyond automotive into warehousing, logistics, retail. Price drops as manufacturing scales. Robot maintenance technician becomes one of the fastest growing job categories. Labor markets start fracturing 2029 to 2030. The reckoning, millions of physical jobs automated. Political and economic systems forced to respond. Universal basic income moves from fringe idea to mainstream debate. The world divides between those who own the robots and those who don't. The pattern you need to see. This is following the exact same trajectory as AI language models, Phase 1. Cool demos, limited real-world use, GPT-2. Phase 2. Impressive but expensive, GPT-3. Phase 3. Good enough for real deployment, GPT-4. Phase 4. Commoditized and everywhere, ChatGPT, Claude, etc. We're entering phase 3 for humanoid robots right now. Boston Dynamics and Figure are the GPT-4 moment for robotics. Phase 4, when these robots are everywhere, is coming faster than you think. Your move. You have 3 options. Option 1, ignore it. Pretend this isn't happening. Hope your job isn't one of the ones that gets automated. Spoiler, it probably is. Option 2, panic. Doom scroll about the robot apocalypse. Accomplish nothing. Option 3, adapt. Figure out where you fit in a world where robots do the physical work. Learn to manage them, program them, design systems around them, build skills that can't be automated, yet the robots aren't coming. They're already here. Boston Dynamics is shipping them to Hyundai this year. Figure just proved they work in real factories for real production. The only question left is, what are you going to do about it? Drop a comment below. What job do you think gets automated first? And what job do you think is safest? I read every single one. Want to be the winner of the AI age and a first mover? Transform your skills with real AI knowledge today in our AI labs. We go way beyond what I can cover in a 10-minute video. Specific frameworks, detailed training programs, and step-by-step systems for building a career in the AI economy. The AI revolution is creating the biggest job market transformation in history. The question isn't whether this will happen, it's already happening. Will you be positioned to benefit from it? Inside the labs, learn the exact systems my team and I are implementing right now that are delivering massive results for real businesses, including our own marketing at First Movers. Start your journey by walking through a customized pathway powered by AI. For a fraction of the price of what this level of coaching and live training should go for, I'm giving it all to you. Join us inside and learn more about the labs at firstmovers.ai/labs.
As we always begin, as everything begins. Through the power of our minds, controlling our breathing. whatever you're doing, if you're here in this moment, in the present, using your gift, the greatest gift you have, the now, I love you. I love you because we're all one. We can all stay in the present and be our true presence. Be the human being we were all born to be.